Okay, so welcome everyone to this recording of the ASEA Comp Plan. My name is Trish Schwinkler, and my husband Bob and I are grateful and happy to be ASEA Triple Diamonds. And this recording will be quite long. It is not for the faint of heart. It is for those people who truly want to understand the intricacies and the ins and outs of the ASEA Comp Plan. And tonight I have some friends with me who are going to do this presentation along with me. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Pepper Black. I'm from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, right by Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a Gold Associate with ASEA. Very happy to be here tonight.
Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Dennis. I'm from the beautiful Bribie Island in Queensland, Australia, and I'm a Silver Executive with ASEA, and I'm really happy to be here sharing all this information with everyone. It's going to be great.
Absolutely fantastic. So we are very happy to be associated with ASEA. ASEA and Renew 28 truly are changing lives around the globe, and that is truly our focus, is to change people's lives. And in the process of that, guess what? We can get thank you checks from ASEA as large as we choose them to be. So let's dig right into the comp plan. The first thing that I would recommend is that at some point you download and print out the ASEA comp plan. I have my copy right here. I carry it with me in my day timer all the time. In fact, I have like 3 copies in there so that I can refer to it. When I'm sitting down with people, I can whip it out and write on it and give it to them. So it's a super handy thing to have around. So you can get this at ASEA.net. Just go to the What You Can Do tab, and then go to Ways to Get Paid, and then you can download the ASEA compensation plan. Nicole?
If people just make sure that they go up the top and select their market on ASEA.net for the country that's appropriate to them, when you go to the What You Can Do tab, it'll have the right compensation plan for your country.
Before we dig into the comp plan, let me tell you that you don't have to know it all. If you're new to network marketing or new to ASEA, some of what we say tonight might sound like Greek to you. And one of the most famous quotes, and one of the people who was the most successful ever in any network marketing company, when someone would ask him how the comp plan worked, he would always say, "It works really good." Okay, so that's how simple you can make this. Or you can go into all the detail. But what I want to tell you from the very beginning is, if you don't understand everything that we say, don't stress and don't try too hard. Just take a deep breath, just relax, and realize that over time, as you build your ASEA business, along with your mentor or your upline support team, over time you will understand the entire comp plan. Okay, everybody agree to that? If you're watching this presentation, agree to that. Okay. So the first thing that I'd like to say about the ASEA comp plan is that it is a hybrid comp plan. Now, most of you have seen a hybrid car, and you know that hybrid cars are powered by gas and electricity, 2 different types of power. And so the ASEA comp plan is powered by the unilevel and the binary. If you are new to network marketing, you are probably unfamiliar with these terms, but during the course of this presentation, we will explain what these terms mean, and by the end of the presentation, you will most likely be an expert on these terms. So I just want to say this, that the binary is only one part of the ASEA comp plan. Sometimes you'll run into people who say, "Oh, I hate binaries." Well, that's fantastic, you should say. In ASEA, you have 6 ways of earning commissions, and only one portion of the comp plan is based on the binary, and all other parts are based on the unilevel. So I'll hand it over to Pepper here.
I love the ASEA compensation plan. First of all, it pays weekly, so every single week you're going to get a check. There's fast profits that you can make. You can build the business and just pay for your product. You can choose to build a part-time business, or you can choose to build a full-time business, or you can choose to build a big-time business with ASEA. Once again, as Trish has already said, there are 6 ways to get paid in ASEA, and we're going to cover each one of those tonight.
Okay, Nicole.
Okay, so the way that you can do this is you become an associate. And so when we start to learn, we learn with our ABCs and our 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 simple steps that you use to start your ASEA business. The first is that you enroll or sign up as an ASEA associate with an enrollment fee of $40 and just check for what that fee is in your local market. You activate with an order. So you can activate with a 1 case up to an 8 case order. And just an important thing to note for our friends in Australia and New Zealand is that 1 case equals 4 tubes of Renew for those of you in those markets where we just have the Renew 28 product at this time. And the third step is that you need to start your auto ship. So to be active and to continue to be eligible to be paid commissions from ASEA, you need to have a simple auto ship in place. And that's the 3 simple steps. It's pretty easy.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Nicole. And also on this slide, I'd like to point out that the 4-case enrollment order is your best value. And that's the way that most business builders start their business, is they choose the business builder pack with the 4 cases. If you're ordering ASEA, you will save $110. If you are ordering Renew 28, you will save $65. And if you are ordering a combination, you will save $75. Please raise your hand if you like to save money. We all like to save money, and so that is your best value. Now, as Nicole said, the 3rd step is to start your auto ship. Even if you ordered 4 cases, we recommend that you start auto ship. You can use those cases for revolving inventory, maybe for your spouse or your partner or something like that. But the reason that you want to get on auto ship, the most important reason, is because you never want to run out of ASEA and Renew 28. The reason is because these incredible redox signaling molecules are fantastic for prevention. They will provide you with more stamina, whether you are an athlete or not. They are good for your health, good for your sleep. They help us feel younger and look younger. So who wouldn't want all of those benefits? And why would we ever want to risk running out of ASEA and Renew 28? Now, there are other reasons to be on auto ship. One very important reason is we always want to be a product of the product. We want to look healthy and have that healthy redox signaling glow. We also want to lead by example. We never want to ask our people to do anything that we're not willing to do. And as Nicole mentioned before, by being on auto ship, this will keep you active and this will keep you eligible for commissions. You need 100 PV every month. PV stands for personal volume. That will keep you active. And 1 case of auto ship, whether it's ASEA or Renew 28, will completely take care of this requirement. Now, the other reason for auto ship is it keeps binary points banking. This may sound like Greek to you, but towards the middle of this presentation, we'll explain the entire binary portion of the comp plan, and then this will start to make sense to you. Like I said before, auto ship is 100 points per case, and auto ship is the foundation of your residual income. Over time, you will sponsor people, they will sponsor people, and they will sponsor people, and so on. And you will start to grow a large organization that over time can grow larger and larger. And if every person in your organization is on auto ship, that's your base commission, the number of people in your organization who are on auto ship. So auto ship is absolutely the foundation of the ASEA compensation plan.
You really need to set correct expectations when you use ASEA or Renew 28. I think a lot of times, people, if they're told that someone received a result within their first week, they tend to think that they're going to receive the same result, and that's just not accurate. When you're using ASEA or Renew 28, 10 to 15% of the people actually have a positive experience within the first week. 50 to 60% actually experience a positive result from ASEA or Renew 28 using it the first month, and that's the reason why we call Renew 28, because in 28 days you can see a result. And so as you see on this screen, 75 to 85% in 2 months, that was me, and 90% plus with the following months. So you want to definitely set correct expectations.
Pepper, do you want to go into this? That ASEA makes it easy for us to encourage people to stay on ASEA and Renew 28 long enough to get a result by the bonus case promotion.
Yes, they absolutely do, Trish. It's so exciting how generous ASEA really is. What you do is the first thing that you do is you enroll with an order, either 1 case, 2 case, 4 cases, or 8 cases. And at the time of enrollment, you also set up a very convenient auto ship. It can be changed anytime, but it's really important to do that at the very beginning. After you receive your 3rd auto ship, you're eligible to get a free case at ASEA. All that you have to pay is the shipping and tax. So let's say you get 1 case and then you have your 1st, 2nd, and 3rd auto ship. Then you'll receive a little icon on your or widget on your back office that says you're eligible for a free case. You just call ASEA and they will send you a free case of ASEA, and you just have to pay shipping and taxes. Now, Nicole, did you want to say something about this?
Yeah, so at this time, which is November 2014 at this time, in the Australian and New Zealand markets, only Renew 28 is available. So at this time, this promotion isn't available to us here in Australia and New Zealand. However, ASEA is on its way to us at some point when the approval processes are finished with our health authorities, and then this promotion will be available to people in Australia and New Zealand when we have the ASEA liquid.
Perfect. Okay, let's talk about how to start earning those thank you checks for ASEA.
The first way that you can start to earn some money from ASEA is by selling product to people retail or as preferred customer. So they go to your unique website and they click the order tab at the top, and then they can choose to purchase ASEA or Renew 28 as a retail customer or as a preferred customer. When they do this, you get paid a bonus on their order. So when they purchase a case of ASEA as a retail customer, you get paid $30. When they purchase a case of ASEA as a preferred customer, you get paid $25. Now, just an important thing to note for people in the international markets is that these amounts are in US dollars. And when you look at your compensation plan for markets outside of the United States, it'll have this as 30 GBUs or global business units, and they will transfer that into your local currency and you'll get paid that on the appropriate exchange rate.
Okay, now we are going to talk about the 3rd way to earn income with ASEA, which is called the Business Builder Bonus. And this happens every time that you enroll a new person into ASEA. Now, one of the ways that you can enroll someone into ASEA is by simply going to your replicated site, clicking on the join button. Now, the Business Builder Bonus is based on the unilevel configuration of the compensation plan, which is also known as the personal sponsorship tree. So before we go into the actual Business Builder Bonus, I'd like to explain what the unilevel configuration looks like and what the personal sponsorship tree looks like. Okay, so the sponsorship view is very much like a family tree. So let's say that you join ASEA, you start enrolling people into ASEA. In this picture, you've enrolled 4 people: Ann, Bob, Kurt, and Dave. Let me make it clear that you can enroll as many people as you'd like to personally. You can enroll 4, you can enroll 40, you can enroll 400. In network marketing terms, this is known as going wide. You can go as wide as you like in this compensation plan. This would kind of look like your children in the family tree. But in the sponsorship view, we call these people your level 1 associates. Now, when these people sponsor people of their own, again, they can sponsor as many people as they'd like to. They can go as wide as they want to. This will be referred to as your level 2. If this was a true family tree, these would be your grandchildren. And when the people on your level 2 sponsor people, this will be known as your level 3. If it was a true family tree, these would be your great-grandchildren, and so on and so forth, down, down, down through the personal sponsorship tree. Okay, so sponsorship tree and personal enrollment tree are synonymous terms. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's go into let's go into the business builder bonus. So you can earn an instant business builder bonus every time you personally enroll someone who purchases an ASEA product pack during the enrollment process. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So here you are, you've enrolled someone with either 1 case, 2 cases, 4 cases, or 8 cases. You can see that if you enrolled them with 1 case, you are going to earn $20. If you enrolled them with 2 cases, you're going to earn $40. If you enrolled them with our 4-case builder pack, you're going to earn $80. If they enrolled with 8 cases, you're going to earn $160. Now, your sponsor also will earn a commission, and their sponsor also will earn a commission. And so as you begin sponsoring people and they begin earning their business builder bonuses, that can over time become a source of residual income for you when your people are enrolling people and you're receiving these business builder bonuses. I'll hand it over to you, Nicole, to explain the AAA.
Okay, so the AAA bonus is a fantastic initiative of the ASEA compensation plan, and it's also based on the uni level or the personal sponsorship tree. Unlike all of the other components of the ASEA compensation plan, the AAA bonus is the only bonus that is paid monthly. Now, this allows you to get the AAA bonus is great because it allows you to start to build a residual income into your business that you're getting paid month in and month out. So the first thing that you want to do to be eligible for the AAA bonus is get your level 1 AAA bonus. So what you need to do to get this is you need to have 4 personally sponsored associates that are all on at least 100 PV of auto ship plus an additional 200 auto ship group volume to make the total group volume of this level 600. Now, when you get to this, you'll get a $100 bonus every month paid into your smart wallet, which is really fantastic. So it's starting to build up that residual income. I always like to recommend to people in my team that they actually focus on making that level 1 more solid than that and actually having more auto ship group volume and more personally sponsored associates. So if something goes wrong with someone's auto ship or a couple of people cancel their auto ship, that you've still got that secure bonus coming into your bank account each month. After you've got this in place, or while you're working on getting this in place, you want to start to then work towards your level 2 AAA bonus. So what you do is you work with some of the people, your associates that you've personally sponsored, and help teach them to do the same to get their own level 1 AAA bonus in place. And once you have done that for at least 2 of your associates, you get a $250 bonus paid each month, bringing the total to $350. And then you start to work in further depth in your organization, working with those people that you've sponsored and the people that they've sponsored to then also teach them to duplicate the process and to create their own level 1 AAA bonus. So you're down in your 3rd level of depth now, and you are working to make sure that at least 4 people are also creating their level 1 AAA bonus, and then you'll be eligible for a $400 bonus each month, bringing the total monthly bonus to $750 US. So this is a really fantastic part of the compensation plan and a great way to build a residual income when you're first starting out your ASEA business. It's a great thing to do. So I love it.
Okay, absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, go ahead, Pepper.
I think one other thing that it's really important to note with this AAA bonus, if you have gotten to the point where you are at receiving the level 3 bonus, your other commissions will equal about $250. So this is where we talk about creating thousandaires, because you will have $1,000 residual income once you establish this.
That's a very good side note, Pepper. The other thing that I'd like to add to this is, $750, or like Pepper says, approximately $1,000 per month when you add in the other bonuses. I don't know of anyone who can't use an extra $12,000 per year. And even with this amount of money, you can start to create true financial freedom. If you have a credit card at 18 or 20% interest, you may want to start paying that off. If you have a mortgage, even if you add on a couple of $100 extra dollars every month to your principal, you could end up paying off your house 5 or even 10 years early, saving yourselves tens of thousands of dollars. So even amounts of money that aren't necessarily huge, if you use them wisely, they can start to create that financial freedom that we've all dreamed of. Success begets success. So I just encourage you to use this income wisely. This will absolutely pay for your auto ship, for going to conventions every year, and for covering the overhead that you have for your ASEA business, as well as leftovers for the things that I just mentioned. Okay, so the AAA bonus is based on the sponsorship tree, or the personal enrollment tree, which we talked about a few slides back. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to take a look at the back office and show you how you can track your progress for your AAA bonus. So I'm going to go ahead and escape out of this. I'm going to go to the back office. If you don't know how to log into your back office, ask your sponsor or your upline mentor. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the AAA bonus tab right here, and I'm going to hand it over to Nicole to explain this screen.
Okay, so this is where it's great to go in here and have a look at what progress you're making towards your AAA bonus. And it also allows you to monitor the activity of people that you've personally sponsored, to check if their auto ship has cancelled for a reason or failed, so that you can get in touch with those people and follow them up. So you can see that these people here, they've got their auto ship in place. So that's the first thing that you need to do. And then they've sponsored quite a few people on their first level. So you can see that their AAA bonus on their first level is very, very solid. They've already had 625 points go through this month, and we're about midway through November 2014. And they've got another 200 scheduled to go through. So they're nice and solid. They've got, you know, a bit of excess points in there in case someone's auto ship fails or something like that, so that they'll make sure that they'll be eligible for that $100 each month. They can also have a look and see how they're going towards getting the level 2 bonus here. So if we go back to the start of the AAA bonus at the top, the number 1 person, the computer actually works out and puts those people in sequential order so that you can see how which of those people are starting to get eligible for their own level 1 bonus and how you can help them. So that's a way that you can also help and coach your team. This is a great graphic to show to people, to show them how close they are to achieving their own level 1 bonus. And then when they've achieved that, to then get them to be working for their level 2 bonus. So yeah, I find it really, really useful when people are first getting started. It's quite a simple visual for people to start to build their ASEA business. If you are building to this sort of foundation where you're got your level 1 in place, and then you're teaching people to get their own level 1 bonuses in place, bringing your level 2 bonuses into place, you'll have a very solid business, which is really important. It's going to provide a very solid foundation for then to get further growth into your ASEA business from there.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Nicole. Okay. Let's go back to our PowerPoints here. We talked about the AAA widget. We are now going to talk about team commissions. This is my favorite fun part to talk about. Now, this is the part that is based on the binary. Binary means two. What you're going to do in ASEA is you're going to build 2 teams of people that are made up of all the people that you've sponsored and that they've sponsored and they've sponsored. So in order to explain that a little better, I'm going to show you a picture. This is very similar to the picture I showed you before. This is the sponsorship tree. In this case, you have enrolled 4 people: Ann, Bob, Kurt, and Dave. Now these people are going to have to be placed on 2 teams. So the computer will see them in the sponsorship configuration, but the computer also will see them in the binary configuration. Now, you can allow the computer to place your people for you on one of 2 teams, or you can place them yourself. And in the following slides, we will show you how to do that. But the main thing to understand is that the computer sees your people in two different configurations, the sponsorship configuration and the binary configuration. So let's talk a little bit more about the binary. I always like to compare the binary to a Christmas tree. And guess what? You get to be the star of your own Christmas tree. Isn't that exciting? And as the star of your own Christmas tree, you're going to want to stay active with 100 personal volume by being on AutoShip, like we talked about in the previous slides when we talked about AutoShip. Now, your first job is to sponsor 2 people. One of them will be placed on your left team. One of them will be placed on your right team. And if they joined with at least 1 case of product, you will become a director. That is the first step in the ASEA compensation plan. Then what you are going to do for the rest of your ASEA career is you are going to simply continue to decorate the outside of your Christmas tree on the outside left and on the outside right. So let's look at that in a little bit more detail, how you are going to build your binary tree. So this is another picture of the Christmas tree. There you are at the top. Let's say you enroll a guy named Joe and another person with at least 1 case. You are now a director, as I explained on the previous slide. Let's take that a little further. If Joe is motivated, your job is to help him go director. You're going to help him by possibly doing one-on-ones with him, maybe by doing Zoom conferences, by doing 3-ways, whatever way that you can support Joe. If Joe's not motivated at this time, maybe it's the wrong timing for him, maybe he doesn't yet have the vision of ASEA, that's fine. You're not going to worry too much about Joe at this point. You're just going to go and continue sponsoring people until you find someone who is motivated. But in this case, Joe is motivated. So you are going to assist Joe in becoming a director himself. Oh my goodness, look at Joe. He is the star of his own Christmas tree. And oh my goodness, look at this. His Christmas tree is inside of your Christmas tree. And as you sponsor more people, and as they begin to build their teams, after a while, you will have tens or hundreds or possibly even thousands of Christmas trees inside of your Christmas tree. But for the sake of this slide, we're just going to focus on your Christmas tree and Joe's Christmas tree. So Joe has an active upline. And because you are Joe's active upline, you get to give Joe the gift of spillover. How do you give Joe the gift of spillover? Well, everyone that you sponsor has to be placed on one of 2 teams. So in this illustration, the third person that you sponsor gets placed on your left team. And look, this person falls in the binary tree below Joe and also below the person that Joe sponsored. So simply by sponsoring another person, you are helping Joe and his person build their binary tree. And you are sharing the left side of your Christmas tree. You are all decorating it together. Let's say that Joe enrolls 2 more people. One of them goes to the left side of his Christmas tree. One of them goes to the right side of his Christmas tree. You enroll 2 more. One goes to the left. One goes to the right. Your person number 5 is helping everybody up that left side of your team leg. So what you're going to do is you are always going to place your new associates at the bottom outside of your right or left leg. We'll talk about that more in the next few slides here. But whether you place people yourself or if the computer places people, the correct place for them to be is at the outside of your Christmas tree at the bottom of either your right or left leg. Now, in your back office, your Christmas tree will look like this. So here you are. You are the star of your own Christmas tree. And now I need to get rid of this. And so this is the picture of your Christmas tree. Now, one way that you can enroll people, as we showed you before, is by simply going to your replicated site and clicking on join. Now, for myself personally, I almost never tell someone to go to my replicated site and enroll themselves. The reason that I don't do that is because I like to keep the ball in my own court. And if I tell someone to go to my site, a number of things could happen. Number one, they could forget. Number two, they could procrastinate. Number three, they could possibly type in the wrong thing and end up on someone else's site. They could become confused when they go to the site. So for any number of reasons, what I typically do is I typically take their information. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you right now where you can get a form that you can print out and you can carry around with you, and you can keep it at your desk so you know exactly what information to ask people for, so that then you can take their information that you have in hard copy. You can then go into your back office. You can click on whatever space you want to put them in, either bottom left or bottom right. When you click on these circles, the enrollment form will pop up. It's actually called ateamsupport.com. You can see it up here in the browser, www.ateamsupport.com. You can click on resources. You can go to follow-up tools. See the follow-up tools by clicking here, okay? And then you can go to the ASEA sign-up sheet right here. And you can print this out. You can use it for your in-homes. I carry it around in my day timer. So you can show people their starting options, like we showed you on the previous slides. And then on the second page is all the information that you need to get from someone so that you can enroll them, so that you don't forget to get their date of birth. They choose their enrollment order, and all of the things that they need to become an associate. Do either of you have comments about this before I go back to the PowerPoints? Pepper?
We have different forms for the Australian and New Zealand market, because obviously the ASEA is not available, and also the pricing is different. Something important to note that I sometimes get questioned about is that prices listed in the United States don't include tax. That's how they run their system over there. It's added at the time of purchase, the tax, which is different to how things operate in Australia and New Zealand as well. So all of our prices include tax, and that's sometimes why you see the difference. So yeah, we have the exact prices and everything available for Australia on different forms, and New Zealand.
And actually Europe is the same way. They roll their tax and shipping into the total price. In the US, we split everything out. You see the price of the product. Every state has a different tax. So the system will add on your state tax, and then it'll add on the shipping. So there you have that. Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint here. Okay, I showed you what your Christmas tree or what your binary tree will look like in your back office. And click to place new enrollees here, either bottom, outside left, or right, wherever you choose to place your person to balance them. Now, before I go into this next slide, I'm going to escape from here again. I'm going to go back into our back office. I am going to take you into one of my favorite reports that you'll find in your back office. If you go to My Reports and you go down to Binary Placement Tree, and if you click on that, you will see your binary tree. Now, a circle means that this person is on auto ship. A triangle means that this person is not on auto ship. And the different colors represent the different ranks that these associates have achieved in ASEA. And towards the end of this presentation, we will cover how to reach different ranks in ASEA. These arrows mean that this binary tree continues down. So if I want to see this person's entire binary tree, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Organization. I'm going to just randomly select a number. In this case, I'm going to select 25. You can go anywhere from 25 to 99. Instead of small, I'm going to change it to extra small, and I'm going to click on Update Report. And what you're going to see here is that now you can see this person's, well, they have a pretty large right leg, but you can see a lot more of this person's binary tree. What I'm going to show you now is you can change the type. So instead of looking at someone's binary tree, you can look at their or at your own sponsor tree. So you can click on sponsor, you can click on update report, and so you can see that this person has sponsored these people first level. Those people have sponsored this person right here in the middle is a director or a director 300, I'm not sure which. You can see that they've sponsored a number of people. And so this shows you your personal sponsorship tree. So I just thought that would be useful for everyone to see how you can see these different configurations of the binary tree or of the sponsorship tree in your back office. Okay, let's go back to our PowerPoint, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit more about team commissions and about how team commissions or binary commissions are paid out in the ASEA compensation plan. So here you are at the top of your tree. Your left team is represented by the green circles, and your right team is represented by the purple circles. Now, what ASEA does every single week, since we have a weekly comp plan, as Pepper explained before, is ASEA says we are going to pay you 10% of your lesser leg, group volume. GB stands for group volume. So in this example, which is your lesser leg group volume? Well, of course, it's the 5,000 group volume. So ASEA says we are going to pay you 10% of that amount. And of course, that turns out to be $500. Now, here's the beauty of the binary system. Since you got paid on that entire 5,000 group volume, the next week on your right team, you will start out with 0 group volume, but on your left team, you will start out with 1,000 group volume carryover from the week before. And as long as you remain on auto ship, every single week that you have extra points on either leg that rolls over week after week after week, kind of like rollover minutes on your cell phone. So it's very important to stay on auto ship to keep these points banking. If you drop off of auto ship even for 1 month, any points that you have banked in the past will disappear. They will flush. They will go away. So very important for that reason to stay on auto ship as well. Now, some people say, well, why does ASEA only pay me on one leg? And in reality, what ASEA does is they pay you 5% of both of your legs. Many people, myself included, were familiar with being in companies that are solely based on the unilevel, and some of them have what's called a breakaway plan. And in those breakaway plans, they typically pay 5 to 6%. So this is pretty much an industry standard. So this is just a different way of looking at it, that you actually are getting paid every single week on both of your legs. So $250 and $250, of course, equals $500. Okay, let's talk about how to place your associates in your binary tree. So one way of doing that is by simply enrolling your people through your replicated Team ASEA site. The computer will do the placement. You won't have to worry about it. The computer will automatically balance your legs. And so you won't have to worry about, oh, do I have more volume on one leg or on the other leg? The computer will do that all for you. The other way is to enroll through your binary tree in the back office. Simply click on the circle where you'd like to place your person. In fact, I think I'll show you that in just a second. You always want to mentor with your upline for proper placement of relatives, friends, and etc. You never want to go into the binary tree yourself. You always want to mentor very closely for the first few months with your knowledgeable upline. That might be your sponsor, or you might have to go further upline to find someone who can teach you that. So let's go back here to our back office, and let's go to my reports again, and let's go to binary placement tree, and let's reset this. Let's set it this time. Let's just try 39 and see what happens. And let's change the format. Actually, let's just change it to tiny. We're going to go ahead and update the report. And so here you can pretty much see, well, you can't still see this person's entire binary tree. So in this case, this person for sure would want to be placing their new enrollees on their left team. So it says click to place new enrollee here. Remember, I'm always going to click on the outside left or the outside bottom left or the outside bottom right. So when I click here, what's going to pop up is the enrollment form. I'm going to choose the country in which I wish to enroll my person. Let's just say we're going to enroll them in Australia. We click continue, and up pops the sheet where you're going to input this person's information, the same information that you collected on the form that I showed you before that you get from A-Team support. Now,
there's probably something just to mention there that for the Australians, on your form in Australia, it's a little different to each country. You'll have the option to join ASEA as a hobby or a business. Now, that's got nothing to do with ASEA. It's to do with the Australian Taxation Office and some legal requirements that they have in this country. So what I recommend to people to do is that they join as a hobby first, and that then they can actually transfer that over to be a business by adding an ABN in there at any time in the future once their income, you know, is a level where they need to declare it to the tax office with the ASEA. So that's just a little side note for the Australians. I do get asked about what that is a lot. So
okay, absolutely fantastic. Thank you for putting that in there, Nicole. I'm going to draw a little picture now. I'm going to take my annotate here. I'm going to get my little pen here. I'm just going to draw a picture of a binary tree. So here you are. And let's just suppose that you weren't active for a while, but that you had an active upline. And let's say that your active upline placed a few people in your organization. They could place them on either your right or your left leg, depending on which side of the binary tree or which side of the Christmas tree that you're sharing with them. Now, what will happen when you go to sponsor your first person is that here are your two binary legs. Your upline, in this case, this doesn't always happen, this is just an illustration, has already placed a couple of people here. Well, if you went in and looked at your binary tree, you would probably say, well, gee whiz, I'm going to place my first person over here because I already have two people on my left side. But guess what? The computer will always place your first enrollee on your team leg that you share with your upline. And why will the computer do that? The reason that the computer will do that is because these people are supporting you, and now it's your turn to support them and to add to this team leg, to this outside left binary leg, before you go over here and start building your other leg, okay? Okay, I want to go back to the picture of your back office and what your binary tree looks like in your back office. I'm going to grab my annotation tool again, which I love. Okay, you would never place someone in this circle. Why not? Because you are helping this person build their left leg, and it's their job to build their right leg. Right? It's not your job to build their right leg, it's their job. You can't possibly help everyone build both legs. What you're going to do is you're going to help your personally enrolled people build one of their legs on your left or on your right. If you have an active sponsor, they will help you as well. Some people have an active sponsor, some people don't. In my case, I have never received one single person in spillover. So if you get spillover, be grateful. If you don't get spillover, look in the mirror and say, if it's to be, it's up to me. But never ever place anyone in these inside circles. This is not your job. This person, it's their job to build their 2 teams here. Their upline might help them build this leg right here. Don't place someone here. You're going to help this person build their right leg, but then it's their job to go off and build their left leg. So some of the things that I love about the binary is you can earn up to $10,000 per week in this part of the compensation plan. I think most people could live fairly comfortable on $10,000 per week. This is the only part of the comp plan that actually maxes out at some point. There are other parts of the comp plan where you can pretty much earn without any type of cap, okay? But this has to be capped because you're paid in infinite depth. And that may be a term that you're not familiar with, but that's an MLM term. Depth means the people that you sponsor and the people that they sponsor and the people that they sponsor. And if you have a compensation plan that's only a unilevel, it'll typically max out at 6 or 7 levels. But because of the team commissions binary portion of the comp plan, you can get paid in infinite depth up to $10,000 per week. Now, the binary portion of the comp plan provides volume for rank advancement. We will show you that in just a few slides here. The great thing about the binary, as you saw in the example with Joe, is that this allows you to help your associates by placing people under them, which will help them advance in rank and help them earn larger binary bonuses. The other thing that the binary does is it incentivizes sponsoring, because no one ever has a completely balanced organization. Everyone always has a right leg that's bigger or a left leg that's bigger. And so in order to balance them out, you're always saying, oh my goodness, I need to sponsor more people. And this is a good thing, because the more people that you sponsor, the bigger your organization grows, and the bigger your organization grows, the bigger your check will grow. Now, the other thing about the binary that I like to explain to people is that it incentivizes your prospects to join sooner rather than later. So this is what I say to people. I tell people, look, I never want to pressure you, but I do want to educate you. It is my job to make sure that you understand the ramifications of your choice. So let's say that you join ASEA today. And let's say that I place you on my left leg, and that happens to be the team, the leg that I'm working on at this point in time. And let's say tomorrow I sponsor someone else. Well, if you join today, the person that I sponsor tomorrow will be placed under you on the left leg. But if you decide to wait, then that person could end up being above you on the binary tree. And so it's to your advantage to make a decision to join ASEA sooner rather than later. And this is a great thing, because in a unilevel comp plan, there's no incentive for people to join sooner rather than later. Like I explained before, the binary also incentivizes consistent auto ship. It keeps those points banking on your greater leg so that you never lose that volume. It just continues to accumulate week after week after week, and incentivizes you to sponsor on your other leg so that at some point you can collect those commissions that have been banking. Okay, with that, I'm going to hand it over to Pepper Black to explain a little bit about the 6th way of earning income in ASEA, and this is called check match. Take it away, Pepper.
This is my favorite part of the compensation plan, Trish. First of all, you must be bronze and above to be able to participate in check matching. This is based on your personal sponsorship tree. This is the part of the compensation plan that actually gives you unlimited income. There is no stop like on the binary tree where you are only eligible to make $10,000 a week. which of course nobody would complain about 10,000 a week. But this part of the compensation plan has unlimited income. You earn a percentage of all of your people's checks. So all the people that you have personally sponsored, you will earn a percentage of their weekly checks. And this goes down through 7 generation of bronzes. This could be literally 10, 20, hundreds, thousands of people, because you just never know how big a generation of bronzes are. So it's really exciting. This does not include spillover. This does not include spillover. It's just yours. This is great because it's true residual income. And ultimately, Trish, this is the most lucrative part of our compensation plan. It's absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely fabulous. Well said, Pepper. Thank you so much. Okay, we are now going to go into rank advancement, and we are going to explain what it takes for you to move through the ASEA compensation plan to ever higher ranks. So rank advancement is based on both the binary and the unilevel portion of the compensation plan. You are going to advance in rank rank based on your lesser leg binary volume. We're going to show you pictures of this so it will become very clear to you. But at the executive ranks at bronze or above will also be based on your personally enrolled Director 300 legs. We will show you pictures of this as well so that it will become very clear to you. So I'm going to hand it over to Nicole to go through the ASEA ranks.
Okay, so we'll just quickly cover off the different ranks that there are in ASEA. When you first enroll, you have the rank of associate. And then as you start to sponsor people, you move through the ranks of director, director 300, and director 700. Once you start to build your team and your leadership skills, you've moved into the executive levels, starting with the bronze executive, then moving to the silver, gold, and platinum executives. Then once you reach the higher levels of the executive ranks, and you've probably got some pretty amazing leadership skills and a big team by this point, you can go into the levels of diamond, double diamond, and triple diamond. So you achieve your ranks by developing 2 teams, and these teams produce weekly points. So this is the binary portion of the compensation plan. The points that your team produces come from cases produced at the time of enrollment, from retail sales, from preferred customer sales, and of course the very important auto ship volume. When you accumulate enough points on these legs, that's when you can advance in rank with the ASEA.
Perfect. So we've already talked about what it takes to become a director, personally enrolling an active person on your left and an active person on your right with at least 1 case who stay on auto ship. This will keep them active. And then the next level in ASEA is Director 300. Now, to achieve the rank of Director 300, you must be active yourself with 100 points by being on auto ship. And you must produce 300 points group volume on your lesser leg. This will include any spillover that you happen to receive from above, and this must take place in an ASEA week, which goes from Friday to Friday, midnight USA Eastern Time. Do you want to talk about the times in Australia?
Okay, yeah, I will. So in Australia, when we are in our summer, which means that the North America is off their daylight savings time. It's from 3 p.m. on Friday, 3 p.m. on Saturday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, to 3 p.m. the following Saturday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. When we're in our winter and the Northern Hemisphere is on daylight saving times, that changes from 2 p.m. on a Saturday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, to 2 p.m. on the following Saturday, Australian Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, absolutely fantastic. Now, a solid Director 300, and what I mean by that, this is someone who is qualifying at Director 300 every single week. What we've seen in our teams is that someone who is doing this will earn approximately $525 a month. Now, this is not a guarantee. This is just what we've seen in our group. Now, what I'd like you to notice about this slide is that at this point in the game, Most of your income is coming from fast start bonuses. You can see the blue portion of the pie chart here. And what this means is you must be in heavy duty sponsoring mode to achieve this goal of qualifying at Director 300 every single week. Your goal is to build a big team, and in the beginning that starts out simply by sponsoring people. You can see some of your income is coming from the binary portion of the comp plan. 100 from the AAA. We're assuming that you have your level 1 AAA filled out, and possibly you have some preferred customers or some retail customers. Now again, $525 a month is not a fortune, but this is enough to cover your auto ship. This is enough to start saving for the annual convention, which we highly recommend that you attend every year. This is part of your network marketing university your education to become successful in this business, as well as having a few $100s left over to start to create some financial freedom for yourself by doing wise things with your money. I'll hand it over to you, Pepper, to explain what it takes to advance to the rank of Director 700.
In order to become a Director 700, you have to have 700 points in volume on your right leg as well as on your left leg. I think it's important to note too that you have to yourself be active with 100 points. So you're going to have, once again, 700 volume on your lesser leg, including any spillover from above. So once again, it's a blessing if you have an active sponsor. And this goes, again, from Friday to Friday, midnight Eastern time in the United States. And
okay, fantastic. After you become a Director 700, your next goal is to reach the rank of Bronze Executive. And why do we want to become a Bronze Executive? Because we all want to start qualifying for a check match. Let's have a big woo-hoo. Woo! 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 Okay, it is very exciting. Now, at Bronze Executive, the qualifications change a little bit. At this point in time, you must generate 200 personal volume on a monthly basis. What this means is possibly you and your spouse or your partner will both want a case of auto ship, or by this time, typically people have a few retail customers or preferred customers, which also can count as their monthly personal volume. Now, you must have 2,000 group volume on your lesser leg, which of course means that you've got to have at least 2,000 on your other leg. And a new qualification comes into place here. You must have 2 sponsorship Director 300 legs in your organization that are not from spillover. These cannot be people that your upline placed in your organization. They have to be people that you personally enrolled. Now, these people might end up both being on your same binary leg. Maybe that's the way that the cookie crumbled. Or it could be that they are on different binary legs, separate binary legs. Now, another beauty of this comp plan is your Director 300 could be in depth. So let's say you sponsored a guy named Jim here, and he wasn't active, and he sponsored his friend who wasn't active, but they sponsored someone else who became active and who became a Director 300. Well, because you sponsored Jim, this is part of your personal enrollment tree. So this person here, if they're 3rd level or 6th level or 10th level or whatever, as long as they're part of your personal enrollment tree, this will count as a Director 300 leg for you. Now, if you have more than 1 Director 300 in any single sponsorship leg, this will count as 1 Director 300 leg for you. So, of course, you want to continue developing Director 300s in this leg because you want to develop a large organization. This will help you create more binary points and do lots of great things, but this will count as 1 Director 300 leg for you in the compensation plan. And then as you move up to the higher executive ranks like silver and gold and platinum, you will be required to develop more Director 300 legs. In fact, at the level of silver, you are required, I'm grabbing my handy dandy compensation plan that I printed out. At the level of silver, you will be required to have 3 personally enrolled Director 300 legs. At the level of let me open this up so I make sure I'm saying the right things. Okay, at the level of gold, you will need to have 4 sponsorship legs with a director 300 in each. At platinum, you will need 5 legs with a director 300 in each. At diamond, you will need 6, and at double diamond and triple diamond, you will need at least 7 director 300 legs. And of course, you always want to have spares because you're going to need to have these legs every single week. And so it's always good to develop multiple, as many as you can, director 300 legs, starting with 2 to achieve the rank of bronze executive. Okay, a solid bronze in our organization, what this means is they are qualifying every single week at the bronze level. What we see, again, this is not a guarantee, but they typically earn about $2,500 a month. And Nicole, why don't I hand it over to you to explain this slide?
So once you reach the level of bronze, you start to see other payments coming through from the check match component of the compensation plan. By the time of bronze, you should have your AAA bonus fully secure and in place, hopefully, and that will be giving you the $750 a month. You'll be getting around $800 a month from the binary or the team commission component of the compensation plan. And then you can see that the check match is starting to come in there with, you know, up to around $400 a month mark when you're reaching that level of bronze every week. So that's where you're starting to, you know, get those residual income streams and making a much bigger portion of your income. See ya, but when you reach the executive ranks. I think something really important just to be aware of for people in the Australia and New Zealand market at this time as well is that we're probably seeing the fast start bonuses be possibly a little less or the business builder bonus than what they are in the other markets because we just have the Renew 28 here. So we're finding that possibly people are not the 4-case sign-up order is probably not the most popular in these markets at this time. We do expect that it will become the most popular like it is around the rest of the world once we have the ASEA Liquid here.
Woo! Soon we
hopefully not too far.
soon we hope. Okay, from bronze, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to advance through the ranks. Ultimately, most people's goal is to become a platinum or a diamond in ASEA, where if you're qualifying every week at these levels, you can easily earn a full-time income. Now, when you get to these levels, a lot of your income will be coming typically from the binary commissions. A good chunk will be coming from the check match. This will grow more and more as you become a double diamond and a triple diamond. And at this point, a smaller portion of your income is typically coming from fast start. You're still sponsoring people, but a large amount of your efforts are going in to support your team and help other people sponsor their people, you know, doing conference calls, doing Zoom presentations, doing meetings, and things like that. So here are some pictures of our valuable platinums and diamonds that have developed over the past few years in ASEA. At this point in time, in November of 2014, ASEA has 53 global diamond leaders. 36 of them are in North America, 17 of them are in Europe, and I'm sure it won't be too long until we have diamond leaders in Australia, right, Nicole?
Woo-hoo! Absolutely.
So ASEA also has a Millionaires Club. A number of people from ASEA have qualified to be members of the ASEA Millionaires Club. We invite everyone into this club. Network marketing is a profession like any other profession. It takes time, focus, effort, education, typically years of effort to reach this level. But it is very rewarding in terms of financial rewards, as well as in terms of knowing that every single dollar that you earn in ASEA represents somebody whose life has been changed by our life-changing redox signaling technology. And the best thing about our compensation plan is that it truly embodies Zig Ziglar's famous quote that you truly can have everything you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. And this is what ASEA is all about. This is the end of our compensation plan presentation. I hope that this was useful to you. And so this is Trish Schwinkler signing off tonight, and I'll hand it over to Nicole and Pepper to say goodbye as well.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope it was informative.
Do you want to say goodbye, Pepper?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. It's been so fun tonight. I hope that it was educational. I hope that it was helpful and that you enjoyed all of our time together.
And guess what, you guys? We didn't even plan to all wear pink tonight, but we all showed up in pink outfits. we got the memo without getting the memo. How fun.
That's right.
That was so much fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
everyone, have a great ASEA night. And thank you so much for joining us on this CompPlan presentation.